How would you react if you had only 24 hours to change your life? For Daniel, a struggling architect, this was his reality. A life-changing opportunity rested on a project that needed completion by dawn. Failure meant losing not only the client, but his dream career. The stakes were high and the clock was ticking. Could he harness the pressure to rise above, or would the weight of the challenge crush him? The day had started like any other, but it quickly spiraled into chaos. A team member quit, files were misplaced, and the software crashed repeatedly. Every moment felt like a setback, and Daniel's confidence wavered. Yet, amid the chaos, he remembered his mentor's words: "Pressure reveals character." With no time to dwell on failures, Daniel knew he had to act fast. Could he channel the chaos into focus? Daniel took a deep breath and began to break the overwhelming task into manageable pieces. He listed priorities, eliminated distractions, and set small deadlines for himself. The ticking clock was no longer his enemy. It became his motivator. The project, once a mountain, now felt like a series of steps he could climb. But would his new strategy be enough to beat the clock? Just when Daniel felt the weight of the task bearing down on him, help arrived from unexpected places. A former colleague offered to assist remotely, and a neighbor brought him a late-night coffee. These small gestures reignited his determination. For the first time that night, Daniel smiled. Could teamwork and kindness be the secret weapons he needed to succeed? As the clock struck midnight, disaster struck again. A critical file corrupted, threatening hours of work. Panic set in, but Daniel refused to give up. He remembered a backup file stored on an old drive and scrambled to recover it. Time was slipping away, but his perseverance pushed him through. Could he recover in time to save his project? With only 6 hours left, Daniel realized the project needed something extraordinary to stand out. As exhaustion loomed, inspiration struck, a unique design element he had once sketched years ago. He worked tirelessly to integrate it, pushing past the limits of fatigue. Could this last-minute burst of creativity be the key to his success? The final hour approached, and Daniel reviewed his work. There were flaws, but perfection was no longer his goal. He focused on delivering a project that showcased his vision and effort. With trembling hands, he hit the submit button just as the clock struck 6 a.m. Now, all he could do was wait. Would his efforts pay off, or had the pressure been too much to handle? Hours later, Daniel received the call. His heart pounded as the client's voice echoed through the line. "This is brilliant work," they said. "You've exceeded our expectations." Relief and pride washed over him. The sleepless night, the pressure, and the setbacks had all been worth it. Could this be the turning point he had been waiting for? Looking back, Daniel realized that the pressure had been his greatest teacher. It taught him focus, resilience, and the power of asking for help. He began to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. The ticking clock, once his enemy, had become a reminder of what he was capable of under pressure. Daniel's story reminds us that pressure doesn't have to break us. It can shape us. Underneath every challenge lies the potential for growth and transformation. The clock may be ticking, but it's not a countdown to failure. It's a call to action. What will you do when the pressure is on? Will you rise like Daniel and turn pressure into power?